When was the last time your week felt like yours? Not your managers, not your clients, not your families, but yours. If your weeks are constantly feeling like chaos, it's not because you're bad at time management. It's because you don't have a rhythm that works for you. Today, we are going to fix that. We are building your CEO weekly rhythm, the flow that helps you stay consistent, clear, calm, and without burnout. Welcome to From Corporate to CEO, hosted by the Power Move Collective. I'm your host, Nandy B, and this is your daily podcast that proves that you don't have to resign in order to rise. Here, ambitious women like yourself learn how to leverage your paycheck, your skills, and your corporate career to launch and grow your own business. And in just 10 minutes every day, I'll share power moves that will turn your 9 to 5 into your greatest investor. Make sure, however, that you hit subscribe so that you never miss an episode. With that said, let's get on with today's episode. Welcome back to another episode, everyone. This week, we are talking about systems for sustainability in your side business. On day one, we talked about the CEO system blueprint, how delivery, marketing, and operations form the backbone of a sustainable business. On day two, we talked about your easy engine, automating repetitive tasks so that your business works even when you rest. And now on day three, we're recreating your weekly rhythm. Because systems make your business efficient, but rhythm makes it livable. This right here is about designing your week around your actual work, not how some productivity gurus say you should do it, okay? Because your rhythm is what keeps you consistent even when motivation fades. Trust me, honey, as a woman who feels like I'm doing it all, I have a full-time job where I'm traveling all over the country and even outside of the country. I have a real estate business that I manage with properties in over 3 different states. And I'm also building this digital business, right? I'm building the collective. So I have a lot going on. And in today's video, I really want to break this down for you guys. Your CEO rhythm isn't a to-do list. It's a pattern. It's how you move through your week with energy, with focus, and with flow. So I call this framework the CEO flow formula. Think about focus days. This is where you create containers for deep work. Flex days. This is where you keep space for strategy and recovery. And Flow Fridays. This is where you review, you reset, and you refocus. So 3 simple elements that help you create a week that works for your business and for your life too. Now, we are going to break them one at a time. So let's start with the first CEO flow formula. Focus days. This is where you create what I call containers for deep work. These are the days when you go deep. You're not multitasking. There are no notifications. There's no chaos. You are in your zone of genius. This could be coaching days. This could be creating days. This could be building days. This could be delivery days. So for example, for me, Saturdays, that is my focus day. I woke up this morning. All that I did is record YouTube videos. I had prepped everything ahead of time, and now I'm coming and I'm focused. When you carve out just 1 or 2 days, you give yourself brain time to go all in. That is where your best work happens. So really think through, When do you have the most mental energy? This is also really important. I find myself to be somebody who does a really good job early in the morning or later on in the evening. But most of the time, when I wake up in the morning and I have something in mind and it's the first thing I do, my favorite thing is when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, or when I wake up before the sun is up and I just run and jump through my tasks, I have the most mental energy. I also want you to think through what tasks move my business forward. Block that time and protect it like a meeting with your future self. Now let's talk about the second part of the CEO flow formula. Flex days. This is where you keep space for strategy and recovery. These are your in-between days. These are the days for meetings, for marketing, for learning, and even a little bit of rest. Because every day can be a focus day. You'll burn out really quickly. Your flex days give you room to breathe, and they're where creativity sneaks in a little bit. And on these days, you can reflect, refine, and recharge. That's what keeps your rhythm sustainable. For me, my flex days are usually when I'm communicating with my freelancers. It's usually where I am working on some things on the computer. All of my energy is not on that exercise or whatever I'm doing at the moment, but I do have some flexibility as to what I'm working on. I'm not all in, drilled, and focused. So you need to give yourself those flex days. And for some of us, it may not be flex days. It could be flex time, right? So blocks of time. For me, my 5 to 9 a.m. are my focused hours. My 5 to 9 p.m. are my flex hours. Now, let's talk about the third step of the CEO flow formula. Flow Fridays. I'm really big on resetting and reflecting because this journey is not easy. And sometimes we get caught up executing and doing that we don't take the time to review, reset, and refocus. Every Friday, take 20 to 30 minutes to look back and to look ahead. What worked? What drained you? And what's the top priority for next week? This is a very difficult thing for most of us to do consistently. Even I sometimes get so busy that I forget to do this. But let me tell you, when I come back and I do these reflections, I am always amazed at how much insight I get, not just about what I've learned, but where I want to go next. It energizes me, it motivates me, it gets me excited. And you will also be amazed at how much calmer your weekends feel when your brain knows what is coming up next and it already has a plan for it. This is how, as the CEO of your own business, you will create that peace. It's not by working harder, but by finishing the week with intention. And I want to be very clear. Most of us with full-time jobs, we're not working 9 to 5. So this reflection for you could be Flow Friday or it could be Flow Sunday. All I'm trying to do is to give you some sort of framework. I'm being intentional in making it Friday because far too often, those of us with side businesses, we no longer work every weekend and we no longer have a break and a time to reset for ourselves because we're going. Even our weekends become work weekends. So for me, by treating my side business as an extension of my full-time job, where by Friday, I've capped the week, it helps me to build that work-life balance, even with my side business. So let's put it all together. Focus days give you progress. Flex days give you balance. And Flow Fridays give you peace. That is your rhythm. That is how you build consistency that feels good. You are not running away from corporate America just to rebuild the same stress in a different package. You're rebuilding freedom, and freedom needs that structure. So now let's talk about your power move of the day. Yes, you are going to open your calendar and you are going to build your CEO weekly rhythm. So first, let's pick your focus day for deep work. First of all, what is that day going to be? Well, it's up to you to decide, right? And if you wanted to, let's say you don't want to make it a day and you wanted to make it focus block times, what are those going to be? And what type of deep work will you do during your focus day? Let's write it all down. Is it going to be client calls? Is it going to be content creation? Is it going to be, for like me, is it going to be content creation like videos? Or is it going to be content creation like posts on Canva? Or is it going to be when you work with clients, where you do your coaching calls? So let's find your focus day or focus block time, and let's really write down what you are going to be doing on that day. Second, let's work on our flex days. What day is this going to be? Or which days will these be? And what are we going to be doing? I recommend you focus on strategy, admin work, yes, right? Replying to emails, etc. And also put a little bit of time for recovery. And for me, recovery sometimes can look like just taking a step back, putting my feet up and watching some YouTube videos related to some sort of educational thing. So it's a little bit easier on my head. I'm not really doing work, but I'm still doing something related to my business. Third, Flow Fridays. This is where you block some times on Friday for reflection and a reset. Even if you have limits because of your 9-to-5 job, you can find some windows to really reflect on your week and how your side business did that week, right? How you were able to show up, what you were able to learn. Consistency here doesn't require these to be full days. It just requires dedicated ones. Because you can't create flow by chance. You create it by choice. Thank you so much for joining me today on From Corporate to CEO. If you loved what you heard today, please subscribe to the show and visit us at powermovecollective.com. And if you are ready to start taking action, here are 2 great options. You can download our free Safe Start Blueprint. It's on our website and the link is also in the description below. However, if you, my darling, are ready to take action and say goodbye to corporate America for good, join us in the Business Plan Mastermind that is kicking off on January 12th, 2026.